What's up, y'all? I was debating if I was going to go live tonight because I did have the awesome gathering at our sister garden at Mama Latifa's Herbal Wellness Garden. So I just got back a little while ago. I was hanging out with John the Seraphim for a bit and then jumped into the shower and I just got out. And I was like, all right, I'll tap in, see who's here on Juneteenth. For Juneteenth vibes, I was like, everything's like closed and holiday vibes for Juneteenth, so maybe I should take the holiday. But I was like, no, we're gonna share some messages in regards to Juneteenth, in regards to freedom, and the work is freeing our mind. We gotta free our mind, emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, like Bob Marley sang. While Ogun is choo-chooing in the background, confirmation, Asheo. And it is Ogun's day, so there's that. Ashe. Welcome, Peta, welcome. Differentiate, I don't see the whole name, so apologies, but welcome. Babalao, welcome. Thank you all for joining. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Bittersweet in the alignment, but again, it is all about confirmation burp, freedom, and declaring our soul sovereignty, and ultimately deciding that we are releasing ourselves from any bondage of the brain, clearing our minds. I'm doing wonderful. Babalao Ifalabi. Asheo Aburu Abuye. How are you? Soli, welcome. We'll tap in for some readings tonight, donation-based, whatever you can share or spare. A lot of noise. And where we live, there's actually going to be the Atlanta Beltline Festival happening this weekend, starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. till 7, and then again on Sunday. We're like across the street. Like we could literally watch the festival from the porch. It's pretty dope, but kind of, oh my God, at the same time. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how it works itself out. So I'll be sharing some moments. So definitely more so in the stories. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be quite something. Welcome, Mohammed. Thank you for joining. Phoenix, hello. Dream, hello. Elias, welcome. Melissa, welcome. I'm doing some donation-based speed reads, tapping into Juneteenth frequency of Free Your Mind. We are tapping into freeing your mind, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. It is all in the mind. We've got to name, claim, demand, command, making the decision without doubt. All right. La or La Bill, welcome. Ododo, welcome. I may not stay long, but since I didn't get to update that I potentially was going to cancel, that's what made me say, you know what, I'll just tap in and see who's here and vibe out with y'all for a bit, do a collective reading after prayer. I am yawny, as you can tell, so I definitely should probably get some rest soon. I'm in America. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and it is 10:10, soon to be 10:11. So we are going to 00101110 shortly to tap into the binary code of stepping outside of this matrix and really coming into our most abundant timeline. Where are you? 10:11. 00101110 00101110 00101110 Ashe, Nigeria. Aburu Abuye. Asheo. Very cool. I hope to get there one day soon. I know I will get there one day soon. I have got to find my way to Yoruba land. Absolutely. So we're going to tap in prayer, and then I will do a collective reading to tap into the message of freeing our mind, and then I will tap into an excerpt from my book, Sacred Soul Simplified, to see what our collective message is in regards to that. A little bit, a little bit. I pray in Yoruba every day. So all of my prayers, I'm initiate, Isheshe, in Ifa. So I am a Petebi, 5 years. I've been initiated. So I do say my prayers every day in Yoruba, most of which I know by heart. So, it's been rolling off the tongue, but I don't, speak the language enough to obviously be able to like have a conversation and stuff. But maybe one day, just when you're learning languages, you have to be able to speak to people regularly in order for it to stick. I used to speak Spanish fluently, and then I didn't have anybody to talk to, and I lost it all. So it happens. I also speak French because I'm originally from Canada, but being in the States, I have very few people to practice my French with. So likewise, I've kind of, I'm better at French because, I grew up speaking French from elementary school. So it's easier to remember certain things, but I've lost some of the specific nuances that I knew and stuff, and being able to write it and knowing all the verbs and accents and all of that stuff. Because, practice makes proficient. And with languages, you really have to keep at it, So what's up, T? I am live tonight. I usually do Monday to Friday, but because I've been doing Frequency Friday, I haven't done the last couple of Fridays because I was still in session. But today for Frequency Friday, we ended up going to a sister garden and had a gathering there, and it ended early. So I'm here. I even got to shower already. I was like 5 minutes late though, but I'm here, and it's Juneteenth. So I was like, you know what? Let me tap in. And let's tap into some free your mind. You know what I mean? Some advice, some alignment for spirit to give us in regards to freeing our mind. Because when we think about slavery, when we think about, bondage, when we think about us not feeling free, it really is a state of mind. And like Bob Marley sings, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. So that's what we're tapping into tonight, getting some guidance from spirit in regards to how to assist us in freeing our mind and claiming our soul sovereignty. Ashe? So that's what we're vibing into tonight. I'm going to do a collective reading, tap into the book as usual, and then go into individuals. So since we're tapping into the mind, freeing the mind, then just give me the brain emoji if you would like a reading. Donation based, as y'all know, whatever you can share or spare, y'all know the drill, and I appreciate the love. T, you always hook me up. Don't even, girl, like, I love you, girl. I appreciate you. So for anybody, whoever, please do let me know, and just give me the brain emoji in the comments. Royal Alchemist, what's up, sis? Welcome, welcome. Roxy, hello. Tay, hello. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. I see you, T. Happy Juneteenth, y'all. Let us give thanks. Hello, Roxy. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Greetings to you, sister. Indeed, happy Juneteenth. T. Yes, yes. Ashe. Happy Juneteenth, Royal Alchemist. Free your mind. We tapping into free your mind, and the rest will follow. Ashe. Give thanks, give thanks. So let us pray and give thanks to the Creator, and give thanks to the breath of life, Mother, Father, God, angels, ancestors, Orisha, the forces of nature, divine deities of all traditions, and light and love that serve humanity for the highest good of all. I thank you for this ability, for this awareness, for this ascension, for this abundance as I tap into the energies of the individuals and the collective in this sacred space this night. Thank you for clear and concise messages. Thank you for overseeing this act of divination and light and love. And thank you for helping us tap into the frequency of freeing our minds, of emancipating ourselves from mental slavery so that we can claim our soul sovereignty, name, claim, demand, command what it is that is meant for us and what it is that we want to experience, inform, and experience. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Oh. Give thanks. Give thanks. Oh boy. Honey, why are you here? Shocking Bible study. Why are you here to say the things that you're saying? Do you know being here has to make you question and ask yourself, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, babe, don't come here to do that. Don't come here to do that. Go and do what you do where you do it. You know what I'm saying? Connor! Hi! What's up, honey? Long time. Long time. You should get a reading, Shocking Bible Study. I would read you, honey. And then you will know that it comes from the same God, the same source. There is only one. All right? So when y'all come with all of your rules and regulations and dogma and doctrine, it's not from God. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. So do your thing. But you're welcome to join. You're welcome to be here. I appreciate you. All good, honey. You know it. You know it. Just either way, you know I got you. Don't even worry about it. You know I got you. You know I got you. All right. So I got tea on the list so far. Tapping into Free Your Mind. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Let us vibe out to claim our soul sovereignty, aligning with self and source, and knowing, believing, receiving what is meant for us, and to clear out any of the things that are blocking us. Ironically, you know, this person that's here with all of the negative energy, you know what I'm saying? That stuff is the mental slavery, you know what I mean? Like where a lot of dogmatic religions and stuff really lock us down to not find God within. So, get her, T. Life has been making insane changes. I hear you. Same. Miss you too. We're jumping timelines, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what's up. That's what's up. Yup. Yup. All right. Let's see. Yeah, right? So much happening. My God. All right. For the collective, tapping into Free Your Mind. What guidance for the collective to assist in us freeing our mind, to tap into freedom and soul sovereignty. Let's see. 7 of Wands. Freeing our mind of conflict, freeing our mind of feeling like people are out to get us. Oh my God. Guys, this card is so indicative of when we are so like overly concerned with what other people think, what they're doing, this whole notion of spell work, the gang stalking, the destiny swapping, the all of that stuff that we're so inundated with in the spiritual community, and that all of these readers, not all, but most of these readers be talking about, and very much on the they, and they this, and very much in the past, and what would people have done to you, and all of the stuff that has us so in defense mode all the time, so ready to fight everybody and everything. And what that does, we're putting all of that energy into that and the they and the them, that we're not putting energy into our actual selves and our creativity. And the irony is that we're fighting these ideas, and it is our own mindset that is creating the conflict, because the more that you focus on something, the more it persists, right? So when we are so inundated with these thoughts, we're ultimately concerned about what somebody is doing to us, and we're not paying close enough attention to what we're doing to ourselves. Like in my book, I say, when you claim a curse, you curse yourself. That's the fact of it. Confirmation. Because ultimately, like when we are focused on the belief of anything, we make it real. We make it tangible. So we're here worried about what people are doing and saying, whether it's a curse or this or that, or whatever the case is. But then ultimately, just us giving attention to it makes it real. And then that is exactly the thing that we are enslaved to and enslaved by. We become enslaved by our own mind. So we're here tapping into free your mind. And it's not about always freeing our mind from something external. It's something that was external, that we've created it to become internal. The minute we claim it, and this is good, bad, or ugly, right? The minute we claim something, name it, claim it, demand it, command it, ultimately give attention to it, beat the horse, beat the drum, just again, the attention and the focus that we give to it, that is what is going to come into form and experience. There's no other math to it. There's no other science to it. It is what it is. So this fight that we're often having, even if we feel like it's external, the minute we give it too much attention, or any attention at all, ultimately, then it becomes internal. And then whatever was potentially external wins, because now they got into your head. This is so on point for, again, a collective message in regards to freeing our mind, because the only reason we're not free is because we haven't decided it, because we haven't really truly believed it. And when we do believe it, if something external gives us any sense of fear, imposter syndrome, again, curse, hex, whatever the case is, then there it goes. All of the positivity out the window, because now we're inundated by this negative thought. And unfortunately, we have a tendency to believe negative things more than we believe in positive ones. Positive things automatically become a miracle. And then we think of miracles as so like far-fetched and so, few and far between, instead of thinking that it's regular shit, like breathing. Like that's how we have to start thinking about miracles and the positive things, so that we can start to override the negativity and not be in this internal and external conflict that is quelling our creativity. And again, our creativity is also where our mind and the things that we're producing comes from, our solar plexus and sacral chakra. So if we're thinking and feeling this worry and doubt, and somebody's doing this and somebody's, even when we think about the idea of a confirmation, the idea of a curse, right? Cursing is like cussing, right? Swearing. How many people curse at you every day? If we have to think of the curse in that way, that means no matter what, we're susceptible to anybody just saying fuck you because they think we jumped the line in the dollar store. Like if we have to give people that kind of power, we are doing a huge disservice to ourselves and our own power and self and source and our ancestors and every crystal that we wear and every spiritual bath and everything that we do to protect our energy and to preserve our peace, or to restore whatever negativity we may be feeling, knowing that we can wipe it out that quick. That means we can't entertain anything but, because now we're negating our actual power and every spiritual guide that we believe or say we believe is walking with us, because now we're going to give this person who just cussed us out in the grocery store line more power, or the thought or the fear that somebody is trying to destiny swap and all of that. Like, y'all, we've given way too much energy to that. And it's literally all they need us to do. They literally have no power until we give it to them. And the power is as simple as our attention to it, even if it is not actually tangible. Us just thinking of it makes it tangible, and that's all they need. So that is the best piece of advice that Spirit could give us with this energy of free your mind, is literally free your mind of that bullshit, of the whole, like we have to like remove the spell of spells, seriously. And it doesn't mean that they're not a thing and that people don't have those intentions. It's just about the fact that we are not allowing that to get through to us, not me. You could do that to whoever else is stuck in that bullshit, but you can't get me. You can't reach me. It's one of the chapters in my book. I see you. So that part, it's up to you how much access you want to give somebody when it comes to like power over your life and your decisions and your blessings and your abundance, because somebody must have done something because things, and it also kind of takes the onus off of us. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it in some ways, unfortunately, it's kind of comforting for us to sometimes be like, things aren't happening for me because I have, somebody must have, put a destiny swap on me, or somebody must have. And when we do that, then we get to point the finger out and then not be responsible for shit not happening and reflecting in our lives the way that we want them to. But things are going to reflect in our lives based on what it is that we're putting out. So the worst part of it is that even when we do that and point the finger out and say things aren't flowing for me because somebody must have done something to me, we're doing a double whammy in holding up our abundance by saying that, because we're taking the onus off of ourselves and we're not being responsible to be able to look inward and make the changes that need to be made for us to actually start to manifest accordingly and change our frequency so that we can vibrate higher to attract and experience the higher. And then on the second fold of it, we're putting ourselves in a victim mentality. And once you're in a victim mentality, dude, you're not creating anything positive from that place. So we want to be really, really mindful when it comes to how much power we are giving people with this whole fucking curses, hexes, destiny swapping bullshit. It's bullshit. I'm sorry, not sorry. A word right on time, T. Word up. Sweet, good. Because, yeah, how about that? Confirmation. Let's tap into the book. Sacred Soul Simplified, y'all. I am a published author, y'all. You should get it. Available where all books are sold, including the Amazon. And only for $11.11. So get you one. I'm going to be doing a book club one of these days. So you need to have your book when we do the book club. I'm also going to be doing some stuff again on Zoom, guys, because I've been getting a lot of requests of people missing the Zoom gatherings when I kind of have the Vibe Tribe off just the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the works. So Spirit gave me something really, really unique and really, really special. And I'm going to do it. So I'm just kind of developing it to make it make sense and to make sure I'm not overextending. And I think it's going to be really, really special. I know it's going to be really, really special. Yes, yes. Yeah. So make sure I have your email. That's one thing. I'm building the email list so that way I can also start it as a focus group. I want to start it instead of just kind of putting it too out there. I want to create a focus group and stuff. So for those that, part of the Vibe Tribe, y'all that come through on the regular, you will definitely get the first invitations, for us to kind of, work the kinks out and navigate it and see how it can glow and grow and flow. You know what I mean? So Royal Alchemist, I don't know if I have your email. Let me know, but DM me. If so, I would love to have you. And anyone else, you know what I mean, that would be interested in vibing with the tribe off the TikTok, that would be awesome. Ella, Derek, welcome. All right, let's tap in to the book. I just block off the front and the back because this is just the introduction and sacred supplements, and then the back is the appendix and the journal pages, because I did think of everything, and there are journal pages. Abso-freaking-frackin-lutely. Cool, send it over, sis. Absolutely, yay. So 33 cosmic concepts is what we're choosing from, or what Spirit is going to choose from. So let's see what we got. Guys, I just was referencing the book because I was like, I see it was the chapter about everything that Spirit just gave us that just came through. And I was even thinking, like, I didn't want to say, like, oh my God, it would be so dope if we got that. But I was like, no, it's fine. We got the message. It doesn't matter what we... I see you. Reiterating, because I just shared the quote, because the card gave us exactly this message. When I claim a curse, I curse myself, is the declaration. So we ain't doing that. Magic is as real and as effective as the person using it, which also means that magic can be used based on the intentions of each individual. As a result, we can be susceptible to negative forces if targeted by someone with negative intentions. There are references made in the spiritual community regarding black magic, evil eye, generational curses, ancestral wounds, and spiritual bondages that can be passed down through bloodlines and incarnations. Whether we refer to them as a curse, hex, or spell, the thought of them having some controlling force over our lives and families can be scary and defeating. The key word, however, is thought. Our imagination is where real results begin. So we should try to only entertain the thoughts that we want to manifest into matter. It is for this reason that I do not subscribe to the idea that any external ill intention can influence my destiny more than my internal inspired intention. That doesn't mean that someone cannot have the inclination to attempt the negative pursuit, but we do have a choice to give it power over our own will. We should align with the unwavering faith in our divine protection and favor that anoints us without fail. We must also trust in our ability to see beyond our two eyes when something doesn't feel right, so that we can neutralize any negativity and return to sender if necessary. Everything is intangible energy and takes time to land in tangible form. So declare, I see you, to any malefic energies that dare, so that they are duly warned before they expose themselves to the ricochet of your providence. Ashe? Okay? The ricochet of your providence. Okay? Y'all know what providence means? Do y'all know? Let me read y'all. I always have a, I do bibliomancy with dictionary too. I'm going to do that for you guys one of these days. This is even going to be the full thing because this is like a, very quick mini whatever. But providence is like divine favor. Let me see what this one is saying for providence, because listen, where are you? Do they not have providence in the Interesting. I know it's a mini one, but they should still have it in here. Interesting. But yeah, they don't have providence in this dictionary. Provident, providentially, province, provision, provincial. Interesting. Well, providence, my dears, is like the highest on high of anointing and protection and favor and anointing and protection and favor, and like just the complete, like just the energy of like, even when we say chosen, right? But we're choosing, but to be so divinely blessed, it's like an old school word, right? Somebody look up providence and put it in the comment for me, please, because providence is a word. You know what? I can look it up on my other phone right here. I forgot that I have this one right here. I'm gonna read it to y'all, because providence, let me tell you, why do I have to do this right now? Sorry. Okay. Providence. You ready for this? Primarily refers to the protective care of God or a benevolent natural force as a guiding power, as well as the foresight, prudence, and good management needed to prepare for the future. Divine providence, destiny, fate, divine guidance. Listen, shelter, like, okay? The ricochet of your providence. You know what ricochet is? Like, I wish you would. Like, I wish you would. Now you're going to get it. Now you're going to get it because you came at me. And now, you know what I'm saying? Ricochet of your providence, divine providence. Listen, that's what's up. Soul inquiry. How have you been negatively impacted by thoughts or stories of dark magic being used against you and or your family? Soul work. Declare, I see you, to rebuke all negative narratives. They are no longer your story. Cleanse yourself, your home, and personal spaces you frequent with Palo Santo and or frankincense, and take a weekly spiritual bath with sea salt. Chakra activations, third eye, Ajna Om, I see, indigo 852 hertz, and the crystal lapis lazuli. Y'all. Rebuke, I see you. I'm saying, sis, that part. They gonna get it. That part. It's real shit. It's real shit. So that's what I'm saying. If we have to believe the way that we say we believe, if we have faith the way that we say we have faith, if we know God, if we know self, if we know source the way that we say, how can we even entertain spell and all this? Like, that means that they have more power than us, than God, than every talisman, than every eleke, than every ebo, than every prayer, than every, come on, every spiritual bath, every, come on. Cannot be. It cannot be. So let's not make it be, because the only way that it can be is if we make it be. So reverse that shit immediately. Gavin, welcome, welcome. Jack, welcome. Keisha, oh shit. Keisha Store. Like when you see it all, you don't know what the hell was what. Perfect today for Juneteenth, sis. Exactly. Free your mind. And I'm like, the whole message is about like, stop with that shit. Y'all need to stop entertaining that nonsense, because you're giving it life, and that's the only reason that it actually is making things happen in your life. And the craziest part is, it's like, again, comforting that we have evidence of the negative shit that we're saying. Oh, you see, it must be because, well, of course it's going to happen. That's what you keep saying. Oh, see, and a little freaking moth wants to come in. Of course it's going to happen, because that's what you're giving energy to. That's the math of it. I'm not doing it. Stop feeding it. We got to stop feeding it. We're feeding these things and algorithms and all that stuff instead of ourselves, instead of our ancestors, instead of giving thanks for the protection. And then so that we can like get the evidence of the positive things. But we're again so inundated by the negative things because that's what we're giving our attention to. See, you see, like that makes you feel better to say, I see. Yes, I see what I see. And I'm going to choose to see the good, and I'm going to choose to see the positive. T, you are up. Anyone else, let me know if you would like to get on the list. I will put you down. Let's see for you, T. Free your mind. And it may ironically be very specific to this energy. The fact that the card, collective coherence for the card, and came through specifically with I see you. Spirit really wants us to freaking stop that shit. Like, it's getting so tired. And the fact that like so many readers, they are so, and it's not that it's fear mongering, because I don't doubt that that's what they see, but that's what they see because that's what we're seeing, and that's what the people are inundated with. But when we perpetuate it as readers, it is our responsibility that even when we see something negative or dark or whatever the case is, we focus on the solution. Because it's counterproductive to tell someone, oh yes, you've got a negative force, and oh, somebody, the destiny swap, and they tried to this and they did, and you hear all this stuff and you're like, no wonder. What you see, and then that's all you see. And then if that's all you see, then obviously that's going to be more of what you see, because that's more of what's going to be shown to you. You got to be mindful, yo. You got to be so mindful. Rich, welcome. Popis, welcome. Megan, welcome. All right, T. What's happened for you? Thanks, Spirit. Single cards. Shay. T. Sorry, I'm having a hot flash right now. The Judgment card. Dun, 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 dun. Final call. Make the call. Free your mind. Clear things out. Make the decision. So in alignment across the board. Because whatever it is that you think about is what is going to manifest. Whatever it is that you're giving attention to, whatever it is that you're blowing the horn, that you're blaring, that you're like, it's just like when we get confirmations whenever a car horn honks or whatever, when I'm saying a certain thing, this is the horn that you get to blow, that you get to tap into the energy of confirmation anytime, anyhow. So whatever your thoughts processes are, whatever your intentions are, all of it, you have to just decide what something is and what it's not. The same way that here we're tapping into the whole curses and this and that, whatever, you get to decide if somebody has that kind of power, if somebody has that kind of access, because it really is about access at the end of the day. Judgment is also in relation to the way that you may be judging yourself, the way that you are allowing other people to judge you, how you're judging other people. And at the end of the day, judging is something that happens naturally. An opinion is a judgment. Let's keep it real. Because judgment doesn't always have to necessarily be something negative. Judgment is kind of a neutral thing. A judge makes a judgment, right? It's going to be good for somebody, but it's going to be bad for somebody else, whatever that judgment is, right? So it's very relative in regards to what the judgment is, whether it's good or bad or ugly. So for you, it is just about what is the judgment call and having faith that you have good judgment. There's sometimes that you may question, should I have done it that way? Should I have said it that way? And maybe I shouldn't, and all of those things. And you may be questioning your sense of judgment. Also in regards to discernment with people and relationships, things in the past, you are judging yourself for feeling like you didn't make a good judgment call. Everything happened exactly the way that it was supposed to. Everything happened exactly the way that it was supposed to. No regrets. Give yourself the mirror work activation of forgiving yourself for anything that you think that you misjudged in terms of yourself, in terms of somebody else. Forgive whoever misjudged you, even if it continues to happen. What someone thinks about you is none of your business. Facts on facts. You focus on what you think of you. And this is why you have to release any judgment that you may have, negative judgment that you may have about yourself, especially about choices that you made or judgment calls that you made in the past. All of it happened exactly the way that it was supposed to. Now be in the alignment so that you can be confident in regards to the choices that you're making, in regards to the judgments that you're making. Judgment call is about a decision. Again, a judgment doesn't have to be negative or positive. It all depends on the spin that you're putting on it. So make things more positive. Again, an opinion ultimately is a judgment, right? Like if you see somebody walking down the street and they're wearing this skirt that you don't necessarily like, you know what I'm saying? It's your opinion, but there's also time and a place. People can make a judgment but choose not to say anything, right? But just know that as you are choosing to say something to yourself, to others, noticing things on the street, whatever the case is, grace, compassion, humility, you lead with that, the judgment that might still happen will come off a lot more positively than negatively. And then it's just going to help propel you into this energy of freedom, into this energy of not feeling enslaved by a thought process, societal conditionings, whatever the case is, and that will again prevent you from being delayed in your decision making. Because when you don't trust your judgment, you are going to be hindered, you are going to hesitate. You don't want to do that anymore, at least. Trust in your mindset, vroom vroom, confirmation. Trust in your judgment. Trust in knowing yourself and what you like and what you don't like, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense, so that you can make quicker decisions and stand by them. Okay? And feel free in the decision-making process. Like, don't, you know what I mean? When we hesitate, it's a tight place, and then you don't necessarily feel like, that you're in control of the decision. You know what I mean? Like you want to feel really solid in making that judgment call, whatever it may be. Okay. DraftKings Kings, welcome. Jaden, welcome. Fave, welcome. Forgive in the mirror, Ashe. It's powerful. And speak it out loud, but whispering. You're welcome, T. When you're doing mirror work, always whisper it. It bypasses the conscious mind, gets to the subconscious, and the subconscious is just there to prove to you what you're telling it, which is why we have to be very mindful of what we tell ourselves, because it's just going to happen eventually. So make it the good stuff. And don't be impatient for the good stuff, because in many ways we can manifest the negative stuff faster because we have a tendency to have an easier time believing bad things than good things. Just like I was talking about at the top. Good things seem like a miracle. You know what I mean? And it takes longer for them to come through because there's a part of us that doesn't really believe that could happen. But the negative stuff, we believe that shit all day because of what the news is telling us, because of what the world is showing us, because of this matrix, because of the 3D. We're being inundated with more negative things than positive things. So we have more of a tendency, our nervous system is more accustomed to the negative thing actually being more realistic. than the positive thing. So when we manifest negative shit fast, we get really impatient when we're waiting for the positive stuff, but we're still working out a lot of kinks in order for us to actually experience the positive thing, because a part of us doesn't fully believe it the same way that, or as easily as we believe the negative. So this is all part of the free our mind and to clear things out and to really start to navigate it differently and tell different stories and tell a different narrative. You know, y'all know. Literally whispered affirmations this morning and they came true today. Yes. Do it, do it, do it. Do it. Love that. Fantastic. Fantastic. Joe Joseph, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. I think that's all I had on the list. It was only tea. Word up, bro, Alchemist. You feeling it? You feeling it, sis? Let me know. Anybody else if you want a reading? Bro, you want me to tap in for you? Do you want me to tap in for you, darling? Give me the brain emoji if so. Whatever you got, share or spare is appreciated, but don't worry about it if you ain't got. I always tell people, you know what I mean? Like this, whenever I do the lives, the 10 o'clock live, it is donation based. You know what I mean? It's reciprocity and it's appreciated, but it's not mandatory. So I never want people to feel like, oh, I would love a reading, but I don't have anything right now. Because we all going through it, you know what I'm saying? So I just say that so that I can say that I appreciate it. And for those who do give and are always able to give, beyond appreciated, but we're kind of having each other's back too, you know what I mean? Because some can give and some can't, and we kind of split the difference for each other, you know what I mean? And it's the reason that I don't turn anyone away for not having, you know, a couple bucks or whatever to share. So, but if you can, it's appreciated, and the Cash App is at the top. But I see you, so I'm gonna tap in for you right now. Awesome. And then I think I'll wrap it up after this. I appreciate you, sis. No worries. That's what I'm saying. I got you. Thank you. All right. Let's tap in for you. Free your mind. Spirit tapping in for World Alchemist. Free her mind. Ooh. Ooh. You got the Lover's card, sis. You have a choice to make. The Lover's card is about relationships. Oftentimes it is, you know, sometimes read literally in regards to a relationship, a dynamic, a situationship potentially, but it's also specific in regards to a choice that needs to be made. Some type of potential dilemma. But like in my book, if you don't know, the answer is no. There are no dilemmas. We always know the answer. Oftentimes when we're stuck in the middle of something, this monkey in the middle kind of thing, or in two minds about something, which is again part of the freedom and releasing yourself from feeling trapped by a certain thing or an obligation, it's often because of somebody else. We know what we'd want to do if it was just about us choosing for us. But then we're like, can I do that? But what if they're gonna feel, and what am I gonna look like, and what are they gonna say, and It's not a free mind. It's not a free mind. If you feel stuck in making a choice, even when you know what you would want to do, what is ideal for you, but then you're like, but I can't choose me, your mind is not free. You are not free. Ultimately, you are in service and in servitude to whoever it is that you can hear the judgment based on if you made the decision for you. Choice has to be made. I'm sorting that. So you have to, and not just a choice that prioritizes you. The mental slavery aspect of this and the freeing our mind aspect of this is being okay to lose things and people and kind of risk being accused of betrayal in order to be true to yourself, in order to be loyal to yourself. You either lose them or you lose yourself. So when you are really fully okay with the prospect of that, that's a free mind. That's where you are released of any trauma bonding, released of any obligation, released of anybody that is dictating your choices ultimately. Lover's energy is, again, if it is a specific relationship, particularly that you're dealing with this, choice in this dilemma situation, then you do again have to ask, is it the us that you're trying to preserve, right? I always tap into the energy of the we way. And it's important when you're trying to preserve a relationship with someone that you prioritize the we way. But if the me way is more conducive to what you need at this time, then you have to know when to do that and when to find the balance between the we way and the me way. Ashe. The mirror has to be my friend for the next couple of days. Yes. Oh, not just the next couple of days, honey. Every day. You're welcome. Every day. Start the day. You know what I mean? And just speak. And just speak like you're talking to a friend, because there should be no closer friend to you than self and source. And there is no separation, right? So talk to you. Talk to the we, the us, the collective. And the eyes are the windows to the soul. Speak to your soul, because another thing that last Frequency Friday, I facilitated a ritual with magnolia leaves and magnolia trees, which are my favorite, and fig trees are my favorite too. But magnolia trees, which is part of why I came to the South, been hiding. It's coming out, girl, coming out. But part of the reason that I needed to be here is because I needed to be in the presence of Mother Magnolia. The first time I saw magnolia bloom, they're like this freaking big. I have one on my altar. Massive, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. I cried. Sorry. I was like so incredibly overwhelmed because I couldn't wait to see one. And I came in February, so it was before they were in bloom. The first one, like I knew they were big, but I had no, like it was absolutely surreal to me to be in the presence and hold and smell of real magnolia. From the pod to the leaves to the flower itself. Oh my goodness, sis, really? Like exactly. Incredible. So I started to research more as to why I've been really called to magnolias. And magnolias are one of the most ancient trees, to the point where they existed before bees. Now, if bees are what pollinate these trees and flowers, it's like, well, what do you mean it was existing before bees? They were pollinated by beetles. That is how ancient a magnolia tree is. And when you tap into beetles, that's when you're tapping into Kemet, ancient Egypt, the scarab, rebirth. Like, so incredibly powerful. So I did this, I facilitated this ritual where I was having people speak into the magnolia leaf to align them to their ancient memories, to their initial lives, their first lives, ultimately. And then they would boil the leaf, make a tea out of it, put it in their bath, and do a nice little soak to absorb and integrate their past lives, primarily their first incarnation when they came onto the planet. And when I did my tap in, like the visual that I got in regards to my first incarnation, like I'm an artist and a painter, but not a figurative one. I wish I was able to draw, sketch, paint. And one of my best friends, Tony Taylor, I'm gonna like commission her when I can commission her to bring this queen, this desert queen. I got them off. Sorry guys, I had to do it. Sorry. It was gonna flutter around all freaking night. It wasn't gonna happen. Not gonna happen. And it just happened to be like right there on my like headboard. Had to do it. But I saw her. I saw me, the first version of me. So all of that to say, like when we tap into our alignments and the ancient version of ourselves, it was through the mirror. It was through the mirror. And I say, show me my powers and how to use them. So I share that with y'all. Like speak to yourself, whisper to yourselves in the mirror and ask for all of the things. Ask for the time to collapse. Speak to your soul. Again, the eyes being the windows to the soul. The soul. The soul. It's the same soul that has carried us in however many lives we've had and however many we may still have. That's major. So when you speak to yourself in the mirror, you are speaking to every version of yourself, from past lives to other dimensions to the various different simulations. Like, it's so powerful, and it will come. Like, the messages, the memories, the guidance will come. And that is a next level of a mental clarity, of freedom, of soul sovereignty. It's next level. So do all of those things. Okay. Jay Renee, welcome, welcome. Dro, welcome. John, welcome. John the Seraphim, I see you. Welcome, y'all. All right. Is that it? Who's still here? Let me know if y'all want to tap in on free your mind. Free your mind, because I'm telling you, the stuff that we allow, and again, the stuff that's in our mind, we have to be discerning, because they are not all true. The things are we usually, it's honestly, our mind plays more tricks on us than gives us the truth. Our mind definitely lies to us more than, like, our conscious mind lies to us more than tells us the truth. It is so based on fear. It is so based on society. It's so based on the news, on the movies that we've seen, on our fears. That is what inundates the mind. So we have to take that shit with a serious, when they say take it with a grain of salt, the way that I receive that is straight up catharsis. Cleanse that shit out. Grain of salt, no, that means poof, be gone. Because the salt is cleansing, because the salt is purifying, because the salt is neutralizing. So when someone says take that with a grain of salt, I receive it as that means don't take it at all. Don't take it at all. Clear that shit all the way out. You're so welcome. My absolute pleasure. All right. I think if that's it, I will wrap up early. And happy summer solstice. Happy early summer solstice on Sunday. Happy Father's Day on Sunday. Happy Juneteenth today. Stay tuned. I'm going to share all of the shenanigans happening right in our front and backyard here for this Atlanta Beltline Festival. It's going to be madness in this neighborhood. But should be exciting. We'll see how it goes. Luna, welcome. Patrick, welcome. Papi, welcome. And I'll be back Monday for the live. Again, looking forward to tuning back in with you guys on Zoom and making it more personable. I've got something very, very special that Spirit gave me that I am very much looking forward to sharing with you all. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Gertie, welcome, welcome. I thank you all for being here, and I will be tapping in, like I said, here and there in terms of posts and, you know, the stories and stuff, but the next live will be on Monday. Okay? I'm gonna go. I might do a little bit of art. I'm doing so much art. I was gonna show you guys, but I'm doing, oh my god, you know what? Let me show you this. I'm loving the neurographic and mindful art and stuff. So I've been doing, like, you know, some fun things like with the markers and stuff, because I don't have my studio right now, guys. I'm like not able to like paint and do like my paintings and stuff. So I've just been like doing some, you know, fun neurographic art and different things, you know what I'm saying? Like cute things like this and stuff. And then I'm doing some stuff with color, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just so meditative, and it opens up the neural pathways. Like, it's so obsessive. Like, I'm super obsessed with it. My portal pages, which we're going to do together one day. I'm going to do a portal page. I'm doing workshops in person, but I'm going to do one with you guys virtually. This is my portal pages. This is another one. So it's like doing a journal, and then you put your mirror on it so you could do your mirror work and have it with you at all times. Super dope. I know, right? And then I did this one the other day because I wanted to do like a 4-window thing. And so I'm having so much fun. And I do it before bed every night because it just, you know, relaxes the mind, and again opens up the neural pathways, and then gets my subconscious ready for whatever subliminals I'm listening to overnight. So it's been a thing. So we're going to start doing some of those things, especially with the thing that I'm thinking about doing on the thing for the Zoom. We're going to be doing some things. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. And I think you guys are going to love it. So stay tuned. I love you. And I'll talk to you. And I'll see you on Monday. Mwah. Night, night. Peace, peace, peace. Mwah. Thank you, honey.